Daryana is a professor at the Northeastern University in Yakutsk. I know Daryana from our cooperation in planning and writing a U-Arctic thematic network application, a network that was in fact initiated by you, Daryana. So welcome, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much for the organizers of this roundtable and for Marianne Steinbeck. It's a very good idea to gather us all together because I am in Yakutsk now. In Yakutia, it's the far east, northeast region of Russia. And our time is midnight now. And it's very interesting that we have time, a different time, and we are together now. So I have a presentation, and before I present you my theme, which name is Children of the Arctic, Local Knowledge and Sustainable Development. I would like to thank you, my colleagues of the project, which we started in 2019. So it was a good idea to look to search about the children of the Arctic around the world. Not only in Russia, and we have a project in Yakutia. Here I can show you that we have a lot of journals about the children of the Arctic, but it's in Russian. It's Yakutian journal, and here is the name of this journal is Children is the Future of the Arctic. So the idea of the project. And now let me share with you my presentation about the project and about the subject of Children of the Arctic. So my presentation is about international scientific project, our project with Marianne Steinbeck and Peter Bergener and Jette Ritar. She's here, I hope, too. The name of the project is Children of the Arctic, Local Knowledge and Sustainable Development. My name is Daryana Maximova. I have a PhD in political science so it was very interesting to listen your presentations for me because I am a I have a degree, PhD dissertation about the Canadian Arctic and about one of my subjects is Indigenous people of Canada. So it's very interesting to me too. And now I'm working as Deputy Executive Director of the Northern Forum. Northern Forum is the international organization which was located before in Alaska and now in Russia, in Yakutia. Here you can see our website, northernforum.org. And also in this project, in the Children of the Arctic project, scientific project, I am as an associate professor of the Northeastern Federal University, which is situated in Yakutia in Yakutsk. The aim of the project is to assess and study in collaboration with experts from Greenland, Denmark, Yakutia, Russia, and Quebec province, Canada, of successful sustainable development practices for children in the Arctic, taking into account the adaptation of traditional knowledge and indigenous peoples to modern conditions, of course. So here you can see project objectives, study the social, economic, health conditions of children in the Arctic, as well as the challenges they face, including climate change, industrial development, globalization, So it's a very huge and global objective. So I think that we can do a systematization of the researches which were conducted before. So I think that it would be interesting if we will compare the studies between Greenland, Yakutia, and Quebec, of course. So also it's about explore how communities preserve their native languages and pass them on to the future generations in the Arctic. And it's very actual to Russia too, because in Russia, yes, we have a lot of indigenous people in the Arctic. It's like 19 indigenous people, which we name as indigenous minorities in small numbered, indigenous small numbered people. And it's like 19 people in Russia, and in Yakutia we have 5 small numbered people. So also it would be interesting to collect data of international best practices. So it's in Greenland and in Quebec, how maybe exchange the practices in the future. List best practices and success stories on preserving local knowledge among children in the Arctic and adapting them to modern challenges such as climate change and etc., industrial development and etc. In Yakutia, when I listen the presentation of Stephen, he said that he said a lot of about industrial development. So it's very interesting to the Yakutian small numbered people, Yakutian indigenous people. We have a lot of discussions about this subject. And it would be interesting to create, and I think that Marianne will, and my colleagues, Marianne and Peter and Jette, will maybe tell us today how we can continue our project after the end of the grant, which we have from the Danish government, and at the end of the grant is in this year. So I think that this project we can continue to do in the future too. So the project when we started and when we did the application for a grant, it was like the project which will be implemented within the framework of the project Children of the Arctic, Preschool and School Education of which is the project of the Arctic Council. Which is the global project, of course. And the research project, our project, aims to promote the sustainable development of indigenous peoples, their social and economic development, maintain a connection with their local knowledge and their traditional way of life. With globalization and environmental change, indigenous peoples can make important contributions to addressing these global challenges, of course. And the problems of education of children in the Arctic will be studied or will be systematization of research about this subject is very important too, because teaching methods, the problem of obtaining education, adaptation of school curriculum to the local knowledge of indigenous people are very, very important issues to the future generations in the Arctic, of course. As you know, many indigenous children are also losing an important part of their identity due to globalization and, of course, of the modern life. Of course, it's very interesting to look at this point, of course, too, because identity issues in the Arctic and in the children's communities, it will be very interesting if we can do it. So therefore, we consider it important to take into account the rights of indigenous people as a holistic concept that includes the mental, physical, spiritual, cultural, and environmental aspects of their well-being. And we wanted to explore what solutions and methodologies have been tested in the Arctic, especially in geographically isolated, self-sufficient communities, to enhance the well-being and development of children while maintaining their connection to traditional lifestyle or local lifestyles, of course, and native languages. So here you can see in a slide the aim of the project and initial stage of the project. So the initial stage, the second one about the collect and to collect and analyze information about the social conditions of children. It's the main objective when I do this project in Yakutia. I think that a lot of researchers in Yakutia conducted before my initiative. So it would be interesting to collect the information about the children of the Arctic social conditions, which are in the focus of different researchers and different government officials. So it's very interesting to gather all information in Yakutia to me, and I hope that my colleagues will do the same in Greenland and in Quebec. It would be very interesting to compare in the end or in the continue of our project, how we can compare and if we can if we can maybe find some differences or versus maybe maybe we have a lot of issues which are usual for all children in the Arctic. So so it would be interesting to analyze it. And planned project results. When I think about it, in my opinion, of course, and in our project, in application, some of these results we wrote. So the project will also create maybe a thematic network at UArctic. Thank you for Peter Berliner. I think that it was a very interesting idea. And I think that it would be very interesting if we will do lectures by experts, including local indigenous experts from Greenland, Russia, and Canada in the future, of course. Creation of multimedia materials, cartoons, computer games. It's very expensive, I know, but maybe we can find some financial in future, and it would be interesting to do it, because as for me, I'm not indigenous. So I'm indigenous, but I'm not indigenous small numbered people. I'm Yakut. But for me, it's a problem too, because Yakut people, it's indigenous people of Yakutia, and we have native language, of course, our native language, Yakutian language. And for example, my child, my son, he speaks in Russian more than in Yakutian language, and I think that for the indigenous people, indigenous small numbered people in Yakutia, it is a problem too. So for me, to have cartoons or computer games in Yakutian language, it would be very interesting to use it in a home with my child, of course. So I think that it is very important project if we can do in the future multimedia materials. Book publishing, of course, it's where we can do scientific project. Of course, one of the results is book publishing. Creation within the framework of the Northern Forum of the project Children of the Arctic. I am a representative of the Northern Forum, and now later I will present about the Northern Forum, what is it. And the last one, it's an international cooperation in the framework of global project Children of the Arctic, which is in the Arctic Council. This is our team: Jette Rieger, Peter Berliner, me, Marianne Steinbeck, and also we have Nina Veisalova. It's first vice president of RAIPON, Russian Association of Indigenous Peoples of the North. She's as a stakeholder of the Global Arctic of the Children project, so, and she supports us, and I think that she thinks that we will present our results of the scientific project in the Arctic Council when we will end the research. Also, we have Karina Kesserman and Jean-François Artaud. They are lawyers. They are not so scientific. Karina Kesserman, she's a lawyer and a strategic advisor in Nunavik. So it's very interesting from the side of practice how they look at the problems of children in Quebec, in the northern Quebec. So structure of the Children of the Arctic project, it's very difficult to understand what is the Children of the Arctic in a global point of view, or in Russian point of view, in scientific point of view, because here in Russia, we have a lot of people who are active in this project, in the Children of the Arctic projects. And here I show you the list of this brand. I think that it's projects, not one project, which we have in the Arctic region. So here we have Children of the Arctic in the Arctic Council, in the working group of the sustainable development. Also, the second, it's Children of the Arctic in the Russian Federal Project. And in Moscow, we have people who are engaged in this project, in this name of project, Children of the Arctic. Also, it's Children of the Arctic in Yakutian project in my region. We have government officials, for example, Feodosia Gabasheva. She is a former minister of education in Yakutia, and she was initiator of the Children of the Arctic program, and they had money, financial about the Children of the Arctic here in Yakutia. For example, they have a project about the teachers of the Arctic, and etc., etc. So it's like 20 years that they engaged in this brand in this brand project, Children of the Arctic. The next one, it's our project with Peter, Marianne, and Jette, Children of the Arctic Local Knowledge and Sustainable Development, International Scientific Project. And the last one, I can announce that in 1 month, I think that we will do a priority project of the Northern Forum, the brand project, Children of the Arctic. And now let me introduce you the organization where I am working. It's the Northern Forum. Here you can see the map of the regions of the Northern Forum. It's an international organization, and we have a status of observers in the Arctic Council. Before 2013, during a lot of time, since 1991, the organization, the Northern Forum, was located in Anchorage, in Alaska. But from 2013, the Northern Forum moved to Republic of Sakha-Yakutia. And here you can see our Yakutian, how it's a big territory here in the far east of Russia. Republic of Sakha-Yakutia, where I am now. So here you can see email of the organization and the website. This is the founder of the organization, Governor of Alaska, Walter Hickel. And the idea for a Northern Forum was put forward by Walter Hickel in September 1990. The third Northern Regions Conference in Anchorage, USA. And you know, now we have, when we look at the map, we have almost a lot of Russian regions, Russian Arctic regions as members of the organization. And also we have Lapland, Akureyri from Iceland, Alaska from USA, and Gangwon province from South Korea. And it's interesting that we have no Canadian regions. There was a history of membership, of Canadian membership in 2000s and 2010s. It was with Yukon, Northwest Territories, Nunavut, Alberta, and Quebec were members of the Northern Forum during different periods of time. So, and the last one, it was Quebec province, which left the organization, the Northern Forum, in 2013. So now we are discussing with the Canadian side, with the Canadian ambassador, Alison Leclerc, ambassador in Russia, Canadian ambassador in Russia, Alison Leclerc, about the meeting with the Canadian regions to return, maybe to return Canadian regions to the Northern Forum structure. Sorry. Here is the certificate of incorporation. Here you can see it was in 1991 when we established and the Northern Forum was organized by these regions. mission and objectives of the Northern Forum. Is to improve quality of life of the population, and that is why I am telling about the Northern Forum, not just that I am working at the Northern Forum. I think that the project, the Children of the Arctic subject, could be useful for the regions members of the Northern Forum in the future. So I see that in the future we can expand our geography, not only maybe Yakutia, but in other regions, Russian regions, maybe Lapland, Finland, maybe Alaska, etc., about the Children of the Arctic. Maybe we could involve people in the future. So here you can see our member regions. We have 13 regions. So it's foreign for us, foreign for Russian people, foreign regions. It's Akureyri, Alaska, Kangon province, and Lapland from Finland, and another 9 region is Russian regions, which would like who are very interested, which are very interested in international cooperation. So they look that the Northern Forum could make contacts, international contacts. So it's my presentation about the Children of the Arctic and the Northern Forum where I am working now. Thank you, Peter.